Hey everyone, it is Amanda, the LA doula, and today I'm going to be doing a video on how to become a doula. So I wanted to do a fresh one now that I'm a little bit more in my doula career, and hopefully it'll help those of you who are intimidated by this process to feel prepared. So the first thing I would say you need to do when you decide to become a doula is to decide if you want to get certified or not. So certification basically gives you a piece of paper or a certificate to say in your bio that you are a certified doula by XYZ. You do not get a medical license, if you will, once you become a certified doula. It is simply a course that you have taken to become a doula, and it shows the world that you've been trained by such and such. If you are a go-getter type of person and you feel like you don't need to have somebody to teach you, then you do not need to be certified. I have a great comprehensive list that I can email you if you're interested that shows every doula course that's available, and it's a comparison side by side of how much it costs and if it is online or in person and where it is, etc. My email is info@ladoula.org. I can send it over to you. I found it online. I'm not exactly sure. I have it on my computer. But it's all up to you. And what you do to become certified besides having the teaching is read books, which you'll write book reports on, and attend births. So if you feel like you can get by or train yourself by reading books on your own and going to births and taking maybe a few specialty courses, then that's also another way. Doulas back in the day were aunts and moms and cousins and friends, and they were not certified in hypnobirthing, etc. So, I say really follow your heart on this one. I personally became a doula because I got educated on birth, and I had my daughter at a birth center, and it's what made me fall in love with this world. The birth world. And my doula was Emily, who started Free Birth Society. And her passion and is really what kind of helped to lead me down this path even more. And for myself, I didn't feel like I needed to be certified because I knew so much from my own experience already, and I just kept adding to that experience. I kept attending doula classes that were specialty classes that say like Beanie Birth, learning Rebozo. I attended classes at Graceful Birth. They did doula training there, and I just read and read and read, followed Instagrams, and I really immersed myself in this world. And then that is the path that worked for me. Only you know what kind of a learner you are. If you have no idea about this birth world at all, then you probably want to get maybe certified because you're probably going to want that kind of training. So that's your first decision to make. Next, I would say read books, read books, read books. This is what's going to give you the wisdom of past doulas and midwives. I have a couple here that I love. Nurtures by Erica, who is the founder of Loom, which is the co-op I am with, Loom in Hollywood. The Doula Handbook is a great one. Heart and Hands is a midwife book, but I loved reading it, and I think if you're in this world that you're kind of into whatever education you can get. Ina May is the queen of midwifery, and Ina May's Guide to Childbirth is pretty much everyone's go-to book when they're first starting out and deciding if they want to do unmedicated or natural birth. I just got transformed by birth. Even though I feel like I know most of the stuff in here, I'm enjoying it immensely. I think it's good to just always be feeding your brain more information or the same information until you become an expert. So read books. Next, I would say create your kit or your doula bag. I have a video in my stories about how to make your doula bag if you want more specifics, but I found through trial and error that a rolling luggage is best for me. I had clumsy backpacks and things, and the more you do doula work, the more you'll know exactly what you want to have in there. But a couple essentials you're going to want to have is essential oils, diffusers, Bluetooth speaker, massage oil, honey and little snacks for mom's energy, chapstick. I like to have for the mom an emergency water bottle in case they forgot one with a straw, a rebozo or a scarf, and I always bring a peanut ball. I used to bring a birth ball, but I found most hospitals and birth centers have them, but they don't have the peanut ball, so now I bring a peanut ball. So anyway, you can check out my stories for that. So after you have your kit and you're ready to go, you're gonna want to start attending births. So I just did the first couple for friends and family for free, and this really just gets you in there, and you will be shocked at how much you are ready to go. And you really need to believe in yourself. I think if you are interested in becoming a doula, then you already have a doula heart and you're already halfway there. So don't be intimidated by going into a hospital. I have another story on my Instagram, how to set up the room, that kind of walks you through the steps to set up a room. But yeah, you'll just want to start attending births, and you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. And these women and these partners and these families, they will benefit from you being there big time, because you already are going to know so much more than they probably do, and you're going to bring a calm and a presence that is needed in birth. You don't have to have this perfect massage technique or the hypno babies or hypno birthing tracks memorized. It's not really so much about that. Most of the births that I attend, it's about being a quiet, steady presence that the mom knows is there if she needs you. So start attending births. Next, I would say really understand what being on call means. Scheduling as a doula can be tricky. You are on call. Oh, I would say next, understand what being on call means, because your schedule is going to be tricky, especially if you have children. I'm 7 months pregnant. I have a 5-year-old. So sometimes when you have kids, or I would say most times, unless you have an amazing support system, which here in LA, most of our families don't live here. So that would probably be one of the hardest parts of being a doula. You're going to be up sometimes for 36 hours. You're going to be being called to birth at 2 a.m. Just something to really think about, especially if you're a mother. Next, for your social and business, I would say start with deciding your vibe or your theme that you want for yourself and your company. Pick your name. It can be your own name. And then decide what kind of a vibe you want to have on your Instagram. Personally, I stuck to showing birth and doula tips, colorful, vibrant. I have usually fake nails. Now that I'm pregnant, I have regular. But I'm myself, and I think that this way women and families that are going to want to use you, they're going to see who you are. They don't necessarily need to see this perfectly curated Instagram of birth photography. Like, those are already out there. If they want to see birth photography, they can. They need to see you. So I would just really figure out who you want to be and speak, and what kind of voice you want to have, and use that. Go on Pinterest and save a bunch of images that speak to you to get your color palette and your vibe, and use that for Instagram. The images don't have to be birth related. Just pick things that you like, and then you'll see a theme rise to the top that is sort of like a mood board for your business. Next, you're going to want to make a website. I use Shopify. My husband works for Shopify. I think they're a great company. Also very easy to integrate a shop if you want to sell things later. If you are in LA, they have a brick and mortar store downtown in the Arts District where you can get help for free. So a really great resource. You might want to make a Yelp just so it's ready to go. Anything that you want to use your business name for, I would get and save. Like your Instagram, if you want to be the birth doula extraordinaire, she might already exist. So you want to get out there and save your name on all of the platforms. And then next, I would say find a specialty to add to your business. So with being a doula, I mean, the options are endless. You can do massage, you can do yoga, you can do rebozo, placenta encapsulation, hypnobirthing, massage, yoga, crystals, you know, whatever it is that you do that is special to you, just add it to your business. Birth photography, lactation consultant. I mean, there's all kinds of things. So just to add that extra little pop and that extra little, oh, I want to hire her because she does XYZ. That's interesting to me. And then last, I would say just work on creating your network. Don't be intimidated. We are all here for the same reason. Visit birth centers. There's classes at a lot of the birth centers out here in LA. I don't know how it is where you are, but I'm sure that they also have classes. Meet other doulas, meet other midwives. You know, you just got to jump in. And almost every person that I've met that's involved in this industry has been great and welcoming. And just don't let it intimidate you. You know, be open to meeting new people. And, you know, the whole way I got on involved with Loom was I reached out to Erica on Instagram and I met her and we had a great conversation. They were starting their Loom co-op and directory and I joined. So if I would have never reached out to her, they would have never found me. So, you know, just be brave. You are called to do this. I believe that doulaism, is that a word? Is a calling, and you probably aren't going to want to be a doula unless you're meant to be one. So just don't be shy. Get out there, girls. And lastly, I would just say to wrap up this video is to be open. When you go into the birth business, you might have a very, you know, specific way that you think women and families are supposed to birth. But the more births you attend, the more your eyes will be open to see that every birth is different and every family is different, and you'll just learn and become an even better doula. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, I have a new doula handbook that is on my website again, and everything is linked to a clickable link. You can have it on your phone, and when you're just trying to remember something, go on there and click really, you know, and you'll be led to the resource. It's easy to read, and I think I just made like this perfect little handbook just for new doulas who are overwhelmed. Basically goes over all of this information, and it's at the ladoula.org. So you also feel free to DM me if you have any questions.
Oh, and I'm her child.
And here is my child who's been patiently playing with Legos on the floor. So much love to you. Doulas make the world a better place. Peace.